across this tarot reading, someone's avoiding you out there, all right? But it's because you guys have way too much chemistry. Way too much that they'd rather avoid you completely. Okay, we have chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion. When I tell you this person will run, they will hide, they will jump over a fence to avoid you. This is someone that if you're walking into an aisle, they will walk out the aisle. And I don't know if grocery stores mean anything to you, but I'm seeing like a grocery store, a supermarket. If you're in aisle 1, they will quietly go to the freezer aisle. You know, where this person is avoiding you, but there's a reason. All right. Now, whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. The reading is general and timeless for all zodiac signs. So just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. And if you would like a personal tarot reading, Akashic Records, a private session with me, or to download our Akashic Records mini course, until July 14th, it is less than $8, and it's going up the day after. So feel free to go to the website, 144bluerosetemple.com, to claim your Akashic Records mini course to cultivate and strengthen the relationship with your higher self, your intuition, and the Akashic Records. All of that's going to be in the box below. All right, now let's see what this is here, though, because this person, whoever this is, they are avoiding you like the plague. But it's because you guys actually have, at least what it seems, it's like your chemistry is like too strong. We do have fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow, Gaia's garden. Why do we have silence, chemistry, escape the truth? You got it. Right on the dot over here. Hitting the mark, intention, detachment over here. Why do we have silence, chemistry? Why do we have silence and chemistry? Spirit is letting you know this. Spirit's illuminating this for you. Queen or King of the Light. Illumination, enlightenment, celebration. Reverence, kindness, consideration. This feels very innocent. So far, in the reading, it's innocent, but so far. You know, where it does say reverence, kindness, consideration. With the consideration part here, whether it's you or them, it almost feels like they're out of consideration. They're like, oh, let me just walk away from you out of consideration. Let's see what this is. All of a sudden, all of my appliances just went silent. All right. What do we have here for the collective on silence, chemistry, avoiding, revealing the truth? Why do we have silence, chemistry, and avoiding? Oh, you guys got, the chemistry is too much. It's too much. This reading is innocent. Wow. Did you catch that just now? That innocent little, where I was going to say this reading is interesting. And I said so smoothly, this reading is innocent. Interesting. We have butterflies, feeling complete, can't stop smiling. And this, I will say, like in this reading so far, like there's a lot of, like whoever resonates with this reading, it's very innocent. It's just you guys get along so well. It's the kind of thing where even other people would look at you. Like if you guys were to be in public, I did mention a grocery store, say you guys are in the same aisle, people will wonder of like, what's going on between those two? Why are those two smiling so much? You guys are very happy with one another, I will say that. But it's to the point where perhaps other people have thought things about you and this person. Like, what's going on with them? But you're very protected here, okay? Guardian angel, spirit, divine intervention. Why do we have silence, chemistry, can't stop smiling? Why do we have silence, chemistry, and can't stop smiling? You know, oh, like it's so innocent. But there's some level of protection here. We do have time and then family. Starting a family, making a home, feeling safe, security. It's interesting. You or this person are avoiding one another. Or this person, if really like this reading though is from the reflection, or perspective rather, of this person's avoiding you. Here's why. All roles can always be reversed. Someone feels very safe with you. That's ultimately what this is. There is beautiful chemistry here, but there's something along the lines here of like someone feels like they shouldn't, and maybe, like we'll see what's going on in your life, what's going on in their life, that this is coming up. For some reason, this person is like, nope, I'm out. I'm avoiding, the collective. I'm not even talking to the collective. But they are not mad at you at all. They're not talking to you because they feel so safe with you, which is interesting. There's a lot of denial in this reading. Denial is not a river in Egypt, but in this reading, there's a lot of denial here. Now, why do we have guardian angel? For silence, chemistry, and avoiding, why do we have guardian angel? Why do we have guardian angel? Interesting reading. You're very spiritually protected, and I will say it is innocent, but Spirit knows best, right? That's why this reading is interesting. I don't know why I've been channeling All Time Low for the past 7 days, okay? Now, All Time Low is a rock band. And it's like over 20 years old. But there's a song by All Time Low, and it's like, I'm gonna break your little heart in two. And you guys, actually, it's interesting. This reading is so sweet and innocent, actually. And the reason being, it kind of makes me want to cry, not gonna lie. It's almost like Spirit wants to guard the memories that you have with this person. What I'm seeing here is Spirit God actually wouldn't allow you both to ever take action on this chemistry. And that really makes me want to cry. Where, like, the type of thing of like, I wish we would have just stayed friends. You guys actually aren't meant, you guys do have, you guys got a lot of chemistry here. But it almost feels as if you're never meant to go beyond friends. And this reading seriously makes me want to cry. Where we have ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, good time, but then it would leave bittersweet memories. And it's almost like your guardian angel is protecting the memories that you have with this person. It's so interesting. Where it's almost as if you were to say go beyond friends, something would happen. And Spirit doesn't want that to happen. You guys have such a beautiful relationship and friendship here. And this guardian angel of yours, this person's not speaking to you really. But it's actually to protect, which this person may be very unconscious about this, where they don't even realize that them not speaking to you is actually protecting the relationship, the connection. So that it doesn't go more than that. It's not supposed to. It could kind of like ruin it and the memories that you have with this person. Interesting. Why do we have guardian angel, divine intervention? Why do we have guardian angel, divine intervention? It does say negativity. Why do we have guardian angel and negativity? Why guardian angel and negativity for chemistry, silence, and joy? Interesting. We have established family and security. We have family twice here. For some of you, it could even be, say that this person has a family or you have your own. It says starting a family, family security. And it does say established, okay? So for some of you, it could just be that you have soulmates here. You could have an established relationship and family. This person can too. Either or. There's someone who has an established foundation. And I will say, though, this reading is showing up. Like, even what I said before, I said this reading is innocent. I didn't mean to say that. You guys have an amazing friendship, you and this person. But it's like Spirit, though, is trying to protect the memories of this friendship. And doesn't, because it says ecstasy here, chasing thrills, excitement. It's almost like Spirit doesn't want you and this person to get too excited together. Where there's just different things that you maybe both are going through. It could bring some sort of negativity, say if you were to explore it. Why guardian angel and negativity? Why guardian angel and negativity? You got sacred union. How do I word this? Where's Jesus? I need Jesus to speak in this reading. Why do we have guardian angel and negativity? Why guardian angel and negativity? Now it's interesting. We have second chance twice. There's 2 times of second chance. Or 2 cards, rather, that say reconciliation. What is this negativity card? What is this negativity over here that the collective is being protected from? They may be going through something at home. With their partner, with their family, or with their exes. Oh, you guys got a lot of chemistry, man. But let me think, a party, having fun over here. Having fun. Okay, your name could be David. I just got a David on there, okay? Oh gosh, you and this person. And I will say though, it is very innocent. You know, where like none of it is at this point. None of it, okay? So in this reading, when you're coming to this reading, you guys have not been together physically, okay? It has not happened at all. There's no attempts at physically coming together, you know. But I'll tell you what this reading is saying. It's almost as if like Spirit's just like, I could see why this person's avoiding you. You guys are and you guys are fine though, but it does say time, okay? The time card here, where it hasn't happened yet kind of thing, you know, you both being together physically, but it almost though feels like you guys are actually being protected because if you were left alone kind of too long kind of thing. But again, I actually see that you guys have spent time together alone. So the key thing in this reading is it has not happened at all. It feels like you're being protected from it possibly happening. That it's almost like Spirit just seeing the future of what can happen, and you guys have great chemistry here. Interesting reading. And this person can also perhaps be going through a lot with their like current, I'm hoping it's not a current relationship, you know, but if this person's still dealing with the like exes, going through a lot, you guys are meant to exchange energy. That's also kind of what's coming through here. You know, this person, it says blinded to truth, wanting to know. This person may still be going through a lot with an ex or with someone here. They also just might be emotionally connected to someone else, say even if it's not working out or even if they're not with them. There is a cord. For the collective, for this negativity, what is this negativity? Why do we have blinded to the truth, emotions in and out? It almost feels and we do have secrets here. There's things that you don't quite see or know about this person, you know, where The relationship is and was perfect as it is. It's not supposed to get, say, deeper. You guys definitely have a bond and a connection and chemistry. It almost feels like though it would end ultimately. And again, with what we said at the beginning of the reading, bittersweet memories. It's like Spirit doesn't want you guys to have bittersweet memories. It's almost as if Spirit wants you and this person to remain innocent together. But I will say, all of that energy is there. And, you know, again, this is pursuit. Why do we have pursuit? Persistence. There's no one like you, though. There's a song called Nothing Compares. You know, for some of you, this reading is very interesting. It's a little bit of forbidden love. Now, though, the way this person feels, I will say this person feels like there's no one like you. But this reading is very interesting and is complex. It's like not the right time at all, where it could lead to karmic consequences, perhaps. Let's dive deeper. But I will say this is someone who like only wants you. You know, Miguel, all I want is you. This person, and we had watching you before. This person might be watching you. They might be observing you. But it's like guardian angel, divine intervention. The Spirit, your guardian angel, doesn't want you both together right now. It's interesting of this time thing right over here. Are you guys actually meant to be with one another? We have pursuit, only you, chasing. Why do we have pursuit, chasing? There's no one like you. Why do we have pursuit? No. No. But there is someone watching you. And I will say, they're having boundaries with you. This reading is very interesting. That could be why I past life. Where it's just like, you know, you're not with this person romantically, but this person also feels like only you get them. The love that you give this person is so unconditional, but there just are the boundaries of, nope, this is not romantic. This is nowhere close to romantic, but there is a lot of chemistry. And I will say, you guys, though, you know, you guys, there's some protection here that would not allow you guys to get too close or too close for too long. Because just one more time, you guys got too much chemistry. Okay, what do we have here? What do we have here for the collective? For the collective today, why do we have no words, chemistry, avoiding divine intervention? Why no words, chemistry, avoiding divine intervention? Why the King of Coins and the Queen of Swords for no words, avoiding divine intervention? Where is the collective's energy in this reading of no words, chemistry, divine intervention? Oh, damn. Why the Death card? Interesting. This is protection of your future and theirs. Ace of Wands. It's like this is such a divine soulmate, but forbidden love. And it's almost like as if you both were to be romantic, it would bring big karmic consequences. Now, I will say your energy collective, Death card, there's a transformation and an ending. There's a shift in perspective, and now you're victorious. Why the Death card for the collective's energy in this reading? Oh, that card fell. We have the Eight of Swords here. Why the Death card and the Eight of Swords? Why the Death card and the Eight of Swords for divine intervention, chemistry, avoiding? Why the Hanged Man here? And why the Six of Wands for chemistry avoiding? You had to go through a death and rebirth to be released from some sort of cycle. This was a very long-term cycle. Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Yeah, Aquarius. This was like being stuck in a very long death cycle. We have the Hangman, a shift in perspective, and then we have the Four of Wands here, celebration. So there's a shift in perspective. And then there is this rising here, Six of Wands, victory, success, celebration. King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and then the Star card over here. Yeah, okay, what I'm seeing in this reading is, now, number one, you're meant to be focused. You're not meant to be distracted in this reading. You got big things coming on the way, and I do see that you have stepped out of a big karmic cycle. This was a very long-standing, almost felt like you were stuck in some sort of karmic cycle. What it felt like was like constant transformation, constant situations or death and rebirth. You are now in the cycle of victory and of celebration. You are in your power over here. Okay, and for some of you, you're either already known or you're meant to be well known. So let's go now to you and this person's energy. So that's your energy for this reading, where with the divine intervention, it does feel like it's protecting you, where yeah, this future is already here for you. So Spirit is protecting your future. Things can be delayed. Soul destiny, right? It feels like there's things coming in for you, blessings that are not meant to be delayed, but if you were to be with this person, it can, say, delay it. Why do we have the King of Coins for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Why the Queen of Swords for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Why the Temperance card for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Why the King of Coins and the Six of Wands for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Interesting. Why the Queen of Swords and the Chariot card for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Why the Chariot card, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Cups for chemistry? Why the Queen of Swords, the Chariot card, and the Six of Cups for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Why the Nine of Swords? I kind of want to see what card this was. Is Knave of Coins. Why the Nine of Swords and the Temperance card for the outcome of chemistry, avoiding, and pushing away? Why the Temperance card and the Nine of Swords for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? It doesn't feel like it is fate for you and this person to be together. It's an option, it's a choice, but it's not fate. Now, why the King of Coins, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Swords here for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Illusionary. There's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The strongest energies here are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Someone's an illusion or has multiple options. Why the King of Coins, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Swords? We got the Empress here. You belong to somebody else. Where someone has options or is already in a relationship, or there's just someone who has options, where it's not like, they're in a relationship, but this person has some options, and so they have this Eight of Swords, like, over them. Where for some of you, you may have met this person when they already have some form of, say, success, maybe even fame, or just victory in some way, shape, or form in their life. But it's the kind of thing where you guys do have great chemistry, but say if you were to get to know this person better, there's things where it wouldn't work out. And not to say for you both not to explore that, but it almost feels like your spirit team, this guardian angel, maybe God, wants to almost preserve the innocence of this connection. It's very interesting. It's like you guys aren't meant to explore. Why the Queen of Swords here with the Chariot card? Why the Queen of Swords and the Chariot card for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Why the Queen of Swords and the Chariot card for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? No, you both are meant to maybe cut each other out. Knight of Swords over here. I will say it looks like the judgment upon both of you is just different things. But this reading is a little bit sticky. It's a little bit tricky. And that's because I'll be honest that it doesn't look like either of you actually want each other romantically. But it's the kind of thing where you guys have great chemistry. And you guys laugh a lot and smile a lot and all of that stuff. And now, again, I will say it's not like either of you are actually in this energy of feeling that way, but it's almost like Spirit wants to prevent that. You guys do have great chemistry, but you're never... Spirit doesn't even want you guys to explore that. It would be just chasing thrills if you were to explore it, where both of you would open up kind of like a Pandora's box of karmic lessons that you don't need to really open up. That's really what this reading is saying. Where both of you are actually being asked to focus on yourselves in this reading. Now, why the Temperance card here for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Why the Temperance card here for chemistry, avoiding, and pushing away? And why the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Wands for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? You guys can move on to other cups, but it doesn't feel like your cups are supposed to come together. Knight of Cups, Nine of Wands, but then the Moon card. And then why the Moon card here for the Temperance? For chemistry, avoiding, pushing away. No, you're supposed to go with it. And the Hermit card, is that hermit mode energy. It's going within, it's introspection, it's enlightenment, but it's also just being in your own energy. Where, not that it is forbidden love or anything. I mean, it kind of is. But I will say both, your minds are not there, and that's the innocence in this reading. Your minds aren't there, truthfully. But it's almost like the kind of thing where Spirit doesn't want you guys alone too much for too long because your mind might be there. It might go there. And I will say, though, it kind of looks like both of you have been through things in your lives, and both of you would actually be like each other's safe space. And it's not in a bad way. It is in a very innocent way. But it's the kind of thing where... don't confuse having very deep feelings for romance, and things like that. Don't confuse depth with romance. Seven of Swords over here. Sneaky, tricky kind of energy. Where this has brought, or is going to bring, has brought you guys healing in some way, shape, or form. Now, what's the outcome between the collective and this person? What is the outcome here for chemistry, avoiding, and pushing away? What's the outcome for chemistry, avoiding, and pushing away? Oh, God, what the fuck is going on? Interesting. You guys actually kind of healed one another. Kinda. Even the way I'm talking in this reading, it feels like you guys talk to it. Where you both probably don't think like this at all. You're not even looking at each other like this, but I will say, you and this person, you guys could get in trouble together. That's why Spirit is trying to keep you guys apart. You guys could get in trouble. If people see you guys talking and looking at you guys, looking at each other, see, I can't even talk around both of you, and I don't even know who you are. Where if people see you guys talking to each other the way that you do, they're going to think that you guys are together. That's what this is here. And I will say, you guys do make each other happy. 5 of Cups in reverse here. You do feel better after being with this person, seeing this person, and this person feels better after seeing you, talking to you, being with you as well. So that's why this is a tricky, sticky situation. But I will say both of your minds are very innocent here, and it's showing on both ends of this reading. And even the part where it does say, I will say there's a card of a warning of like being together physically. And it hasn't happened yet. This reading is showing it. It hasn't happened at all. There's been no moves or anything. But it feels like Spirit has separated you both, because it's just the kind of thing that it's been too long together. Like, it's just a possibility kind of thing, you know? I don't know. So 5 of Cups in reverse, Tower card, 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups, where for some of you, 3 of Cups, it's not a romance card. It's a friendship card. For some of you, this may work out. We have reconciliation twice. For some of you, you really might come back together. For some of you, you and this person, there's just too much love there. And you may actually work through that through distance. This is a marriage card, I will say, but it's also just soulmates. It's love. It's family, where this person is showing up as family, as friend at the end of this reading. And there's definitely a chance for reconciliation here. Because I will say, the love is so real. It's so true. It is very pure in this reading. It really is. And it feels as if it's been spiritual intervention to not allow the exploration of anything that could have been. But it is love. 10 of Cups by the end of this reading, and you both heal one another. You really do. And I will say you are soulmates, but if it were to be in the romantic side of things, it does look like it could be a karmic soulmate. As a friend, it's great. It's amazing. Romance, I don't know if that's what this reading is saying, So what is the advice for the collective for chemistry, avoiding, pushing away? Yeah, I do see that you're going to grow and heal through this, and you're going into calmer water. 6 of Swords, you're moving forward. So is this person here. And I will say both of you were actually led to focus on your success, on your finances. All right, so that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. What is a card of advice for chemistry, avoiding, blocking? Why chemistry, avoiding, blocking? Look, oh geez, there he goes. Does anybody remember in the beginning of the reading when the intimacy card came out? I said, where's Jesus? I need Jesus. Where's Jesus? I need Jesus to help me with this reading, to get through it. There he goes. Healer of the ages. All right, where, for some of you, you can be connected through Jesus, through Yeshua, through Yahweh. Just a confirmation as well, you actually both heal each other's hearts. And it really is so innocent here. But there's a lot of chemistry. So just honoring that in the reading, there is a lot of it. But in this reading, it also feels like it's not just you and this person who notice it. It's like there's a lot of it here. We have man holding a heart, man holding a coin. The temple path. Okay, so just a confirmation too that, you both actually may have a very spiritual soul contract here. We have the temple path and, healer of the ages. We do have man holding a coin, man holding a heart, where I do see that both of you, it shows in the tarot, both of you were actually led to focus on money and finances. You were led to focus on yourself. This person loves you. They love, man, woman, no matter how you or they identify, they love you so much. And that's really what this reading is honoring here. The protection is not that you or this person is bad. This reading is a little bit different where it's actually not bad. It's so good. It's so pure and innocent. It's almost like, Akashic Records, right? It's almost as if, no, we're not supposed to write down in the Akashic Records that, this person, they broke up and this and that, and I don't know. You do have a lot of love and reconciliation cards. And you do have a marriage card at the end of it, but for the most part, I am really just seeing that this is friendship, and that there's a potential chance for a reconciliation of a friendship that means a lot to you. You guys have just had a lot of chemistry over the years, kind of thing, to the point where you actually have to stop speaking and kind of even avoiding each other. All right, like to have the boundaries with one another, to not go past friendship. All right, but the love is real. The love is so true here. And Jesus, Yeshua may resonate with you. That's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.